What's going on, ladies and gents? Your boy Gamma back with the lovely
Juju.
Pop the Balloon.
Pop.
Or
Find Love.
I think they just might do that, Juju.
Yeah?
In fact, if you're looking at the screen, they kind of already did it.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into it, but go ahead and take your seats, boys and girls. Like the video, subscribe, notification bell, all of that good YouTube stuff. And Pop the Balloon or Find Love.
This was a match.
Yeah, this was a match, and we always say we got to do a follow-up, right?
Yep.
Before we do a follow-up, let's play a little, quick little clip and let them know what we thought about this match. Here we go.
Just their maturity level.
Everything was perfect on paper.
Genuine. Right, they're very authentic. You just get really good vibes, very good energy with these two.
Makes sense.
So
makes sense.
I'm hopeful. We need an update.
Here we go. You're hopeful, Juju. And you said it, right?
We needed an update.
You need an update, and we're about to get one.
This is it.
So this is it, ladies and gents. We gonna sit back, ride out with us, rock out with us. We just gonna be in the back in the cut with y'all, watching, pausing every little now and then. But other than that, watch until the end for our final thoughts. Let's get it.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arlette and we are here today with Jason and Candi. Welcome guys. How are we feeling?
Doing all right. Thank you, Arlette.
All right. Good to have you guys back. We had you on episode 30 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love where you guys ended up matching.
Okay.
Oh,
awesome.
Okay.
So Candi?
Yes.
Is it a yes for you for him?
It is. Yes.
We got a match. All right, I will take this mic, and you guys can go on up. All right, so the comments were going crazy, talking about you guys. They were like, "Man, this was the longest segment of Pop the Balloon or Find Love."
Yeah.
She was grilling me up there, wasn't she?
She was.
Candi came with the questions that were going to be, no short answers. She said, I want to hear everything. So, Candi, how did you prepare for this? How did you come up with these questions? Walk us through it.
So honestly, I was just intentional about my time on the show. I know what it is I'm looking for, what I'm seeking in a man, and so I wanted to definitely use that time wisely, especially with that being my second time on the show. So yeah, I had my questions prepared. I knew what I was looking for.
Okay. And then, it didn't help that Jason also
he came prepared.
doesn't have short responses for anything.
Uh-oh.
Arlette, don't be jumping in with the rest of the comments, okay? I read them. I know. You can get yes or no today.
Oh my goodness. No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad that you came with the good questions though, because we always tell everyone, come prepared, have your questions ready, because you do want to hear from these people that could be a possible match, whatever it is. So it's always good to, one, speak well and have your long-winded responses, and also have really good questions prepared. Was there anything that was shocking to you guys, from the experience or from what you've seen, what you've heard, whatever, since the show has aired? Jason, we can hear from you first.
I wouldn't say shocking. I was nervous. I had a lot of anxiety leading up to the air date because I didn't know how it was going to be received and what the perception of people watching this would be. I've never had, that many eyeballs on me at one time, even though I've spoken, at conferences and so forth in front of hundreds of people, been in front of federal judges, federal courts of appeal. Right. And out of all of that, this was maybe one of the most nerve-wracking. Yeah. And now I'm consciously thinking, am I talking too much? So now they're in my head.
But it's part of your job. You do have to do a lot of talking, and you're very well spoken, so it's not a bad thing. Honestly, it's not a bad thing. Don't overthink it.
I very much appreciate that. I have a need to feel understood, and so I think that's why I do it. And plus, we live in the TikTok age where everybody's used to things in 2-minute sound bites, and if you go beyond 2 minutes, then you're talking too much. So I understand it's a generational thing as well.
Right, we're in the TikTok era, okay?
For sure.
Now, Candi, you were getting kind of a lot of backlash for one of the comments you made about one of the gentleman's professions.
Oh.
Did you want to get into that? I guess elaborate a little bit more as to what you meant when you made your statement.
Right.
Sure. Yeah. Obviously, who I have depicted myself to be on the show is exactly who I am. I'm very genuine. I am not a judgmental person. Like everybody, we have preferences. And for those who saw the first time that I was on the show, I was very specific and intentional about what it is I desire for my man career-wise. And so at any point, not at any point actually, I wasn't judging Don for his profession. I've spoken to him. We're cool. We're good. I guess what I wanted to share, or maybe clear up for the people, is that it wasn't his profession per se, but I am an ambitious woman myself. So I seek someone who is ambitious as well as far as their career. So there's not a problem with being a mailman, but just wondering, is there anything else you want to do to step up from that? Do you want to manage the postal office, or do you want to be some type of supervisor or a director, that kind of thing? So I was just seeking to understand and connect with ambition in regards to that. But obviously, being a postal service or mailman, there's nothing wrong with that. Blue collar positions, there's nothing wrong with that as well. So it's all just a preference.
Okay.
All right, good.
Yeah, she cleaned that up.
Well, let's go ahead and dive right into the juicy topic at hand that everyone is here just dying and waiting to know.
Oh, yeah.
Since you guys ended up matching, have you gone on a date?
Oh.
Head out.
Kenny, you want to take it?
Here you go.
We've hung out a few times.
Okay. All right. Walk me through the first date. When was it? Where'd you go? What'd you do?
I was trying to make the first date right after the episode ended, and I knew Candi had a flight back to Charlotte, and I was doing everything in my power to get that flight moved. Let me tell you.
Candi, why would you book your flight right after the show?
Thank you.
I had something to do. It was already planned. It wasn't on me.
Okay. So obviously it didn't happen right after the show. So when was the first date?
So I actually have some cases in North Carolina, and those are actually my next cases that are coming up for trial.
He's a lawyer.
So I actually had already on my schedule to go to Asheville and Hendersonville for some depositions that I was taking the next week. So I told Candi about this, and I said, you know what, I'm going through North Carolina. Why don't we meet up in Charlotte and take you out and do a date? So we did it the week following the show. Okay. And in that interim, we were talking every day. Communication was great. In constant communication throughout the day. So ended up going in Charlotte. We went to a museum and then out to dinner.
Okay, nice. How was that first date for you, Candi?
I feel it went well. One of the questions that Jason asked me on the show is if I was high maintenance, and hopefully the first date showed that I wasn't. Like he mentioned, we went to a museum, got some food, got a drink. Super simple, but we talked for a very long time and got to know each other a little bit better. So I would say it went well.
Okay. So now after that, how was everything? How long were you in North Carolina? Did you guys hang out again while you were out there? Did you have to fly back? Like, what was the next steps after that?
I was there for a couple days. We only hung out that day. And then I was actually supposed to be back 2 weeks following that. So I think we had, tentative plans to see each other again when I was coming back.
Okay.
And then again, we were talking every single day throughout the day until the next time that we could see each other. I ended up, I think one of the cases settled, and so I didn't have to go to North Carolina, and because we had sort of established a nice rapport at this time, I said, well, why don't I fly you out here, put you up in a hotel, and we'll hang out for a weekend and have a good time, and that's exactly what we did.
Okay. And where are you again right now? You're in Virginia?
Virginia, yeah.
Virginia. Okay. So, Candi, he flew you out to Virginia?
He did.
Okay.
What is going on?
How was that? Tell me about it.
It was interesting.
Interesting good, interesting bad. What does that mean?
I feel like we got to know a little bit more about one another, but ultimately, I do feel like we had a good time.
All right. So how long were you out there?
For the weekend.
The weekend. Okay. So a quick little weekend trip. Okay. All right, Jason. What'd you guys plan? How did it go out there?
I thought we had an excellent time, and I was hoping to. I was trying to bring my A game for that weekend. So I'm not going to. So I planned. You know, we went to dinners, lunches, museums. Went out to some lounges, and then to a show.
Okay. So you're a planner. Like you planned everything pretty much.
I'm generally not a planner. I try to play by. I try to do things a little spontaneously, but I knew because I was bringing her out and stuff, and I knew she appreciated planning, at least for this. I wanted her to turn off her brain and just have a good time, and I thought we had a very good time. Candi is just a pleasure to be with, and you know, a pleasure to be around. She was great company, and I thought we did get to know each other pretty well during that trip.
All right, let's pause just for a moment, right? Because I'm sure the audience that is watching, they're trying to follow along with us, right?
Yeah.
But they're probably getting the same vibe we're getting.
I'm trying to feel
So far, this gentleman right here, right?
what is going on?
He's going above and beyond in every way. He's trying to be accommodating. He's being thoughtful. He's being mindful. He's being, he's hitting everything correctly, right? He's even saying, hey, I thought we had a good time. We went to lounges. We went to, dinner. We went.
And she's
the whole
agreeing.
time,
she's agreeing.
The whole time, her energy is not giving what he's giving.
It's not.
She's almost doing she's almost like stretching and preparing to let it be known, like, yo, it went left. So
it's like she's waiting for that.
She's waiting for that
point.
moment.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Homeboy sounds like he still wishes he had a chance with her. That's how he's sounding right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't sound like it's over and done. He sounds like he's just trying to see what's good with her. And she's looking like she could just not be any more disinterested in it.
Candi.
Yeah, Candi, what's going on?
I don't know. Is that smile?
Yeah.
Is it deceiving us? I don't know. Like, what's going on?
I hope she gets to it. She. I think she about to get to it, y'all. Here we go.
Good. Okay. So now after that trip, where are you guys now? Today, are we still getting to know each other? Are we still taking trips to see one another? How's that going?
Yeah, Candi, come on.
Well, no.
Why? The trip sounded like it went well.
Yeah.
I thought it did, but I got in my head a little bit, I think. And the next day, I probably should have gave it a day or two to think and reflect on it more, because I don't know if I was being totally fair to Candi and in her favor. And given that I'm blocked now, I couldn't exactly communicate that to her. But I thought my expectation was, we were talking every day. There's a palpable tension that sort of builds when you're building a rapport with somebody. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was going to manifest itself in something where I could really feel some desire and affection for the things that I was doing. And I thought that I would be able to see that. I thought there would be a lot more connectedness. And what I felt during the trip was that I thought she was trying to create some distance between us. And I'm not accustomed to that, especially when, I thought I was acting pretty intentionally, and I thought I was investing in this. And so I thought that she might not be into me, the man. I thought she might be into the value. And I was concerned about that. In the back of my head was the record playing of the mailman and the security guy, what they did, and is this about my profession or is this about me? And I'm kind of guarded against that. And so I got on the phone with her and said, I wanted to bring parity back to the situation, and I said, why don't we start from a place of friendship, and try to build off that, because I want you to be with somebody that you don't just like the value, you like the person himself. I want you to be head over heels for whoever you're talking to. And I know Candi's got some DMs now, because I said she is this unbelievable combination of pretty, sexy, and cute all at the same time. I don't know how she pulls that off, but she really does. So she knows it. So, but I thought it might be better. Maybe I'm moving ahead too full steam, and maybe I should take a step back, manage my expectations, and start from a place of friendship, and then go forward from there.
Okay. So
wait.
Okay, he said a lot. Good.
He did say blocked, right? He did say blocked in the beginning. Is he?
Yeah.
Is it still blocked? That's what I want to know.
He's blocked. She don't talk to him. She don't want to talk to him. Something's going on. We gonna get to the bottom
I want
of
to
this.
hear. Yeah.
Because we know we barely even scratching the surface. We know like it didn't work out, but she's doing all this and just
give me my praise.
Come on, Candi, what's going on? You supposed to be falling in love. You too old for all this high school vibes, man. All right, let's get it.
the trip was great, but you felt like she wasn't all into you as a person?
Yeah. That's
That essentially, yeah.
No,
Okay.
I didn't feel like I'm very big on needing to feel desired. I didn't really feel that. I mean, I get around Candi and I'm like, man, I want to be as close to you as possible at all times as possible. She has that energy that sort of brings you in, and I got lulled into that. Now you see the face, I got lulled into that, and so I was hoping that would be reciprocated to some degree. I've certainly in my past I've had things move pretty quickly. If anybody's done online dating knows, you're talking for like a week, and then by the time you meet, it's like, wow, you feel sparks.
Like
and
you feel like you already know each other.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I wanted to feel sparks, and I know I felt the sparks, but I didn't know that she was feeling the sparks. So I said, okay, let me cool down here a bit. Why don't we start from a place of friendship and go from there?
Yeah, he keeps saying it over and over, but in a roundabout way, he's really saying he wanted some reciprocity. He wasn't getting anything back. Yeah, he wasn't getting buying signals. He wasn't able to tell if she was into him, and if so, how much. He wasn't getting none of that. And the fact that she's even this quiet shows why he wasn't getting that.
Yeah,
right, like this is it. She's just like,
it's just a lot.
she's just like this, looking at him. He's going on and on and on. She's like, Mount Rushmore, Medusa face. Like, that's what it is. Like, she doesn't give a lot of anything in terms of affection and in terms of that department.
Right.
It's not good, though, but, we still got to get to what happened, because it seemed like he's taking a lot. And this is look, if you watch this, my man, this is the only part where you might be saying a little too much, because you be going on and on and on. All you got to do is be like, listen, my love language is, affection. Physical touch, and I wanted that.
Yeah.
That's it, man. You ain't got, because the more he explains it, he almost makes it seem like he's thirsty, he's desperate, it's bad, or he's needy. His dog. This is a perfect example of why you should know your love language, and you should know that of your partners.
Learn it, yeah.
Because if it's not connecting, right, this is how it looks. You're doing this, and then they just like,
I'm just waiting for her to start talking. That's
Right.
like, I'm just waiting, because if she's this silent with him going on and on and on, and yes, I understand your point to the fellas, but with her, like, to me, this is kind of almost
confirming what he's saying.
Becoming sinister to me. I don't know. It's like a sinister.
Confirming his
It's
suspicions.
like a very.
She ain't into him like that.
No, but I'm just saying, like, but for her, she's very expressive. She's one who could talk as well.
Right.
So for her to just be quiet and like she's clearly soaking up all of
you're only speaking in this moment.
Yeah.
That something is brewing.
I just hope I hope she's just allowing him to express himself, and then she's gonna jump in. So let's see.
Yeah, let's rock it for like 10 plus minutes. We ain't gonna stop it. Here we go.
Okay, Candi, let's hear from you.
Well, first, I think the planning was amazing. The things that he planned for us to do were definitely spot on with the things that I enjoy and my interests. So I definitely appreciate that. But like he said, I do feel, things were probably moving at our paces were different.
Okay.
For me, I've been in a long-term relationship. I've been hurt before. I am very conscious and aware um, of things that are important. And for me, if I want to be serious with somebody, I don't move at a pace that's fast. I do believe friendship should come first. Friendship is the foundation. So for me, it was let's build a friendship, let's get to know one another, and then let's see where we can go from there. So I do feel like we probably were different as far as Jason kind of jumping in. I don't feel like I jumped in with him when it comes to that, but that didn't mean that I maybe wouldn't have gotten there eventually. So I do feel like us establishing let's be friends first was the right direction to go in.
Listen, man, I'm a translate.
Boy.
This is for the red pillars. You will never get this anywhere, especially from your red pill gurus. Let me translate what she's saying. And this is very important to know. Basically, she did have interest in him, right?
Right.
But he was moving a little too hot and heavy for her. He was moving faster than her. That's it.
Right.
Essentially, that was it. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I'm saying that is you can never, fellas, listen up. You can never move faster than the female. It's not going to work out. It changes the dynamics, right? It's
That's
no
true.
longer
It's
fun
true.
for the female.
Yeah.
It becomes
Yeah.
pressure. See, when you move faster than the female, now she's obligated. She's feeling guilty or some kind of fear. It's just not fun anymore.
Obligation, yeah.
Right, and you can see the look on his face. That's what it was. Like he was just really into her, but he was moving faster than her.
Yeah.
See, if he allowed her, right, if he matched her pace, allowed things to move smoothly according to how she was, he would have been good. Because he knows he likes her. He just got to confirm that she likes him. I'm not lying to you,
right.
red pillers. Stop, man. Stop listening to just people who, they're not helping you find love. They're just helping you get, fight your feelings.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth. You never move faster than the female. All my OGs and everybody that knows, they know what I'm dropping is true. All right, man. That was it.
That's true.
What you got, Juju?
No, it's true. And it definitely sounds like it was just a case of that. He was moving faster than her, right?
Yeah, they won't get it though. They gonna say, "Nah, man, she
like
didn't
she was probably
appreciate
playing
him.
games
She was using him." I'm
or
trying
using
to
him,
tell y'all,
yeah.
there's a way you can do anything when it comes to women.
Yeah.
It's not manipulative either. You just gotta know exactly who you're dealing with. He wasn't paying enough attention to know that she's moving a little slower. She even said, like, in the past, I've been hurt.
Right.
She giving all the data. I move different. I'm a little slow when it comes to trust and comfort.
Well,
And you could have been the man that gave her that, but he just say no, and that's why we talking like this. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all can listen to who y'all want, but if you want the truth, there it is.
I just hope he has the patience for her,
Yeah.
like to stick around, because she really is a good girl, like overall.
But it depends, though. It depends. If she sounds like she checked out, he done.
Well, then it's over.
He's done. But
It's
it
over,
depends on where she at. So let's listen
Yeah.
to see how that plays out.
Okay. But is he, like he stated, he feel like you were more so interested in what he can bring than him himself? Is there truth to
I
that?
don't think it's,
Not at all.
yeah.
Not at all. First, I didn't ask to come and be flown out. That was something that was offered to me. I did offer to drive, but ultimately, that was something that was offered to me. So it was never, and it's never been in any of my situations about what somebody can give to me. Again, the question was asked, am I high maintenance, materialistic, however you want to phrase it? And I said no, and I meant that. So in getting to know somebody, there are certain expectations that I don't have. But I do appreciate the things that Jason did as far as dinner and us going out and things like that. It's most appreciated. But it's not something that I necessarily expected. So I'm here to get to know somebody for who they are, not for what I feel like I can get out of the situation as far as materialistic, financially, money, that type of thing. That's not who I am. So
Okay. So I know you said, when you're getting to know someone, building a friendship is like the main thing first. So before you went out there on this trip, was that something that was discussed between the two of you? Like, hey, this is just simply us being friends. Yeah. We're not going to try to even do this with a romantic route. Like, was that a discussion, or was that something you thought he just knew?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. That's a great question.
That's it right there.
As much as we spoke, I don't know that we established that verbatim. The
boundaries.
Okay.
For me, it was understood. That's how I felt. And that's not to say that we couldn't have risen to other levels, but initially, that's how I would be with anybody. So maybe, we maybe should have had a conversation more so about that at the beginning, and maybe Jason wouldn't feel the way that he felt, but
there we go.
Yeah, we are where we are.
Right. Expectations.
Okay. So when you guys were having like these conversations, talking to each other, prior to you coming out there, even when you guys went on your first date, all that stuff, was it like on a friendly vibe, or were you guys flirting? Like, how was it?
Yeah.
To where now you guys are both like, oh, we're on two different paths. We didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, we weren't seeing eye to eye on where this was going.
Oh, I'm flirting.
Okay.
He's being...
Yes.
Okay, you're flirting, but she giving it back, or it was always just you?
Candy's so sweet that maybe sometimes it's hard to distinguish between what she's giving off as friendship vibes and what is coming off as flirty vibes. But and I think our own brains want to interpret it the way we want to perceive it, and the way we hope that it's being perceived. So, I think actually I'm being a little facetious. I think it was a healthy combination of both. It's exactly the type of communication I think you want when you're really getting to know somebody. It's this combination of we're getting to know each other, we're learning about each other, there's flirtation there. And so that was my perception of our communication.
Okay. So what led to you being blocked?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You mentioned you're blocked now.
You.
Girl, I can show you my text message right now, because I texted you the next day. Are you mad at me? Because I saw that you unfollowed me. I saw that I was blocked on WhatsApp, text messages, and I was removed from the group chat. Now, I actually respected that level of pettiness, because I was like, that is funny. That is funny. That's Candi has removed you from the group chat. I was like, all right, I respect that level of pettiness.
Candi, what happened?
He put her on blast.
No, this is good.
She out here doing some stuff.
Listen.
Hey, yo, Candi, you about to turn up. Yes, booyaka. What are you doing, girl? You out here blocking people, removing them from group chat. He don't know where the party's gonna be at. He don't got the address to bingo no more. Why are you doing that to him? He's just trying to play spades on Wednesday.
That's it.
Oh, snap. She removed him from the group.
I don't know. I'm telling you, that's what I was saying. Like, her smile is beautiful. She looks really nice, but I don't know if
yeah,
I don't know.
All right, let's watch it a little closer then. Let's see what's going on with her.
How did we get to this?
How?
So, from the conversation that we had, we were discussing a group trip. And from what Jason shared with me, I felt as if he would not be interested in being in the group trip. So there's no need to be a part of the group chat, which is what we talk about. So that is why he was removed. But
yeah, he ain't buying that.
I don't have an issue with you. You're not blocked. You can text me right now. You're not blocked.
All right.
So you said you texted her, "Are you mad at me?"
Maybe I'm telling tales out of school. I won't go too far into how I ascertained whether or not I was blocked or not. It did appear from my perception that I was blocked across multiple platforms, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe something happened. You know how these phones be sometimes, or how they.
I don't know. My phone always works.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Try to start.
Y'all gotta tell me because my phone always works. So did you not get a reply when you sent a text? Is
No
that what
life.
happened?
Get him, Arlette. No lifesavers. We
none.
getting to the truth today. Get
Come
him.
on.
It just, I got the little exclamation mark, like it won't go through. And then you guys reached out about doing this, and I wanted to kind of clear the air with her, so I tried to send a message on Instagram, and that didn't go through. So I was like, okay, but maybe multiple platforms went down at the same time immediately following that conversation.
Oh.
Candi, let me find out
Come
you
on,
just
Candi.
unblocked them because of this.
Oh.
Is that what happened?
Oh, wait. Oh, God.
Is that what happened, Candi?
When this call
Somebody playing game.
Because we're trying to know. He said he was blocked. He sent you a few messages that didn't go through. Did you just recently unblock him?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not blocked. I don't know if it's your service. I don't know. But you're not blocked. I don't have a
So what was
reason.
the last conversation you guys had then?
Yeah.
that conversation I described the day after he left, where I had indicated that maybe we should start from a place of friendship.
Okay.
And
nothing after that.
we left it at that. And I feel like during that conversation, I did not give her a fair hearing. And I thought that was why perhaps there was the reaction there was the day before, because she actually caught me off guard during that conversation. Candi cut me off if you don't want me to talk about any of this, but she had indicated, so are you making the decision for us? And that gave me pause, because I had to think about it, and I was just really, I can be quite decisive, and I don't want to make the decision for two people, but I don't know any other way other than to express how I feel, and then how I feel is going to lead to an incongruity between how we think we should go forward. Then I suppose it's me making the decision, but I was kind of at a loss, and actually reflected on that in the days following that, and I was like, maybe I'm not, maybe we're just different. Maybe I didn't take the time to get to know her enough in this particular way to truly understand where she was coming from. And I said during the show, I look inward first, and I really do. And so I started thinking, damn, what did I jump the gun here a little bit? So I do apologize to Candi to the extent that I did for that, and to the extent that she did block me. Not saying you did. I would say that would be a reasonable reaction, especially if your perception of how things went was different from mine from that conversation. So I appreciate the fact that I'm unblocked or never was. Depending on how we look at it. And yes, internet, I know I'm talking too much.
You're
She blocking him right now.
Okay. So, you guys decided, or Jason, you said, we're going to be friends, and that was it? Never again spoke again after that?
She's done.
But why? Done. If you're going to be friends, shouldn't the conversation continue?
Well, that's what I thought. But I don't know. Maybe
these kind of friends.
Okay, let's hear from Candi. Candi, let's hear from you.
So initially, I felt that we had a good time throughout the weekend, and I could understand that we were moving at different paces.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel, and it's something that I brought up to Jason, I'm very transparent. I felt as if the fact that he brought me out, had a good time, the fact that I did not engage in certain activities,
affection,
that he decided, okay, let's just be friends. So that was something for me. I am not that type of girl, and he shared with me that he felt as if one of his concerns was that I was too wholesome.
Yeah.
To each his own. That's how you feel. But I am a woman of standard. And I make decisions that are best for me. And so in the conversation that we had, I expressed that. And ultimately, that's why I initially felt that's why he said what he said and made the decision that he made for us. The conversation wasn't necessarily about how I feel. It was, I've thought about this and this is what it is. So yeah, that's kind of how it went. And
so it sounds like she's saying that she got on a really tight chastity belt, right? Really
She
tight.
does. Very.
And he was trying to break that thing open. He couldn't do it though. It wasn't having it. So as a result, he wanted to be friends. That's it, man. I'm just summarizing. He couldn't get the belt open, so he was like, you know what? Let's be friends. That's what she's giving. You see, listen, I'm saying one more again. Don't ever move faster than your female. You know what I mean? And it depends on the kind of lady you have and the kind of person you are, you know, because it varies. Some people, you're moving just fast enough.
Yeah.
Some people, you're moving just slow enough. But in either case, you can never be faster than the female. It will create this, you know, this weirdness, this awkwardness, and what she just described.
Yeah.
Like, yo, he trying to get in them, you know, and then he couldn't get it. All right, let's be friends. They know this, man.
Yeah, it's just each other's boundaries or, you know, standards.
Right,
like she
right.
said.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is, man. Look at his face. He looks very. Yo, you know what? If he sees this, I'm gonna say this. It's not even about her at this point. At this point, it's about him really knowing his love language and finding someone who gets it, who can speak it, and vice versa. That's super important. Otherwise, imagine if they did continue to go out, right?
Yeah.
But she still has this kind of demeanor. She's just not like psychologically compatible for you, romantically and emotionally compatible. Like, we got to be honest, you can tell he needs a lot of affection. He's making that very clear. He's vocal about it.
Gate,
right, I need reassurance. I need to know. But that comes off as desperation to the wrong person. That comes off
for someone who doesn't care for it, or
it comes off as annoying to the wrong person. But to the right person, they welcome it. They'll be your personal masseuse. They will make sure you never are feeling the need for what you want. You know what I mean? You got it.
Yeah, you got it.
You got to understand how important that is, man. It makes all the difference.
Because, you know, at first I was just kind of doing a little side eye, like, Candi, like, are you playing games? You know, I mean, hey, you could have. It sound like you didn't communicate.
Right.
But then
gave him a hug and something. Touch his head.
But I think where
give him a drop. You know what I'm saying?
Where it went left is the communication part about expectations.
The expectations,
like, hey, we're in this
not set.
dating phase. This is what I expect. This is what you expect
can
from
only
me.
imagine how he packed his luggage. He put everything in that thing. Yeah, it was no expectations. He put batteries. He put first aid. He put everything in there. Let's get
the heated one.
Feeling the way that I felt, I didn't know if this was a friendship that I could engage in or continue from my perspective of things. So, we haven't really had a conversation since then, but I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue. I just feel like we were on different pages, and that's why in the episode, I believe I was speaking to Demetrius, but communication is so important because you never know what the other person is thinking, how they're perceiving things. So it is important to express how you feel and be very clear on what your intentions are. So.
Okay. So in the moment when these activities were brought up or discussed, whatever it was, I'm not sure.
We know.
You expressed to him like, oh, you know, I move at a slower pace. This is something I'm not going to do. And then what happened? Like, I don't know. We're just confused how you guys had a great trip and then now you're not talking.
I just want to clear the air. So the activity was nothing too nefarious. All right. there was on the last night I asked if I could have a goodnight kiss, and I was rebuffed. So that wasn't. We're not talking about something more indiscreet than that.
Okay.
But I had indicated that I think she might be too wholesome, and we had a discussion about our sort of spiritual backgrounds and
he just wanted a little bit of baby oil on his back.
Not just baby oil.
It's a tad. Maybe a couple drops on the spine,
Just
man.
one drop.
On his back, man. She too wholesome. He ain't trying to hear that. He like touch you. Let's play pity pat something. Come on, girl.
and so forth. And I understood where she was coming from, but that wasn't something that was an issue for me. And she assured me that she is somebody that is adventurous in terms of, when I say wholesome, I'm talking about, can you have adventure? Are you somebody that we can have fun with? We can do things that involve risk, stuff like that, because I'm a very adventurous person. And she sort of assured me that, she's right there with me. So I was hoping that a friendship could ensue from that, and communication would have definitely been helpful to make sure that we were on the same page with what we were both thinking about, because I don't want anything projected onto me or my intentions being misunderstood in any way.
Okay. All right. Well, any final thoughts between the two of you? And you guys haven't spoken in a while, but any final thoughts?
Oh gosh.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still confused here, and I know people are gonna be like, "What are these two even talking about?" Because I don't know what you guys are even talking about. But any projects you guys are working on, anything you can look out, you want to discuss, whatever it is?
I mean, no, I have a children's YouTube channel, Candi's Clubhouse. Check it out.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I do read alouds for children, so obviously virtual, electronically. So yeah, I love the babies. So check it out.
Of course we will. Jason, what about you?
I'm just doing my law thing. So if you got an issue, you can of course hit me up, and happy to take a look at it if you're within my practice area. Also, people were hitting me up after the show. People visited my Instagram and they noticed that I do I try to do these photorealistic drawings, pencil drawings. And I'm always looking for new inspiration for that. And some people express some interest in that. So if you do have an interest in having me draw something or something like that, I need an original photograph, all right? An original photograph that nobody else has, all right? You can DM that, and I can draw inspiration from that, and then we can discuss about composition and things like that if that's something you're interested in. But otherwise, that's just kind of a hobby, but I appreciate you asking, Arlette.
Okay. So now, after this catch-up, are you guys going to talk, or it's just that's the end of it?
Nope.
That's the end of Jason and Candi.
That is it. It's a wrap.
I don't know if we have closure, so I'll probably reach out, and if Candi's interested in hearing from me, then it won't be the end of the story. And if she's not, I perfectly understand. And I wish her the best in all her future endeavors. She's a beautiful woman, amazing in many respects, and who she was on camera is exactly who she was in person. So I very much appreciate the time that we spent together. If that is the end of the road, and if not, I look forward to what the future holds.
Candi, you answering his call?
I'll answer his call.
Oh my goodness. I can't. All right,
See why
guys.
I'm confused all the time with this show,
I'm
right?
confused with you, Jason. I don't know what's going on.
But that's all right. That's my crossing there.
You're not alone. I'm confused with you. I'm sitting here wondering what's going on. But honestly, I wish you two the best of luck in everything you do. And I do thank you for coming on today as well. And everyone at home, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you all next time.
Okay.
My goodness. You all made it. We all made it. We
I
all
know.
need a round of applause.
Yeah, we
Good
do.
gosh. And now go ahead and stretch your feet, stretch your legs, arms, all of that good stuff. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Select all notifications so you don't miss a video like this. Like the video, share the video, and be ready to comment below and let us know what you thought about the show. For now, we got to give our final thoughts. Juju. First and foremost, was this like a whole lot of nothing? What's going on? I don't want to even sound like I'm... All right, you know what? Yeah, let me let you share your thoughts first. Go ahead. What's on your mind, girl?
This was just a very sad recap of how it just went left for them. You know, I could imagine the comments that's probably going to be out there regarding Candi. Like, oh, you know, she plays games. She's too holy. What is it? Holy Dow or, you know, yeah. She played games, wasted his time, all of that. I don't know. I really don't think Candi's a bad person. She's not. I think overall she's a good girl.
Yeah.
I just feel like where she could improve is the communication aspect,
right?
Because all of these huge smiles on, you know, that she's presenting with one or two words, like, not saying that you have to pour it all out to us. We don't. Yeah, we understand your life, your private life, and all of that. But just for this, you clearly see this guy is regretting certain things that he had said and done. And it's like you're just not even giving him like the time of day. Because I don't even think he was being disrespectful or anything
he wasn't,
like that.
man. You
so
could
it's
tell.
Just, it's kind of like a little window for me, at least, into maybe where her areas of opportunity of growth could be.
Yeah.
You know,
that's exactly what it is too.
Yeah,
like she does have some growing up to do in certain areas. As mature and as older, responsible as she may be, it just reveals that she's not quite ready for love. Because, you know, like you said, she doesn't have to like him. There's still a way that you go about communicating as an adult.
Yeah,
you don't leave these kind of mysterious vibes. You don't do that. It's time wasting. It's wasting your time and others. And so, I will say that because I feel bad for him, though.
I do, too.
Jason, you can tell he is very sincere. Yeah. He really is putting his heart out there. He's putting his heart on the sleeve. He's trying to let it be known, like, yo, I really like her. I really, if she's open to, I like to, you know, fix this. But the problem is, and Jason, if you're watching this, bro, you gotta let her go. Like, it's done with her. Yeah,
you do. Just let that go.
When you have this level of sincerity and vulnerability, you know what I mean? We always say you can't be honest unless you're vulnerable.
Vulnerable, yeah.
See, when you're not vulnerable, you come off like how Candi coming off. You very guarded, very shielded.
Yeah.
That's not vulnerable. See, he's vulnerable. He's ready for love, but he's going about it with the wrong person.
I agree.
Yeah, man. So, bro, really, really work on your love language. Know what it is and find someone who understands that. Yeah. And they're willing to work with you because otherwise you're wasting your time. I don't like seeing these dynamics where it's like, you know, you pulling and pushing and begging. And love is not that.
It's not.
It really isn't. So, in this case, I think it's good that they didn't work out.
I do agree
and
with that. And
Candi, work on your communication, girl. You ain't got to be head over heels. And if you're not, let it be known. That's it. You know, you ain't gotta waste time and be building resentment and all of that. Nope. Just let it be known. Anyways, guys, we like to know what y'all think because y'all be having some good thoughts and stuff that we may not speak on or catch. So we like to know. Let it be known in the comments below. Please be back for more because we will have that for sure. Until then, your boy Gamma signing out with the lovely
Juju. Peace.